Okay, now let's look at question D. For question D, I have data. Okay, the data of the fatalities in Melbourne for female and male drivers. Then I go to next page. The next page, I have all these data, and I am asking to show a relationship between female driver fatality and male driver fatality. I need to show this is the line of best fit. Okay, so um, now by the word showing here means doing it by hand, showing that I can find the value of A and B of the line of best fit by hand. Okay, so now before we do in the line of the best fit, we always should know the line of best fit is always written as y equals to a plus bx. And since the equation is given, what I can say is from this question, my A is going to be this number there, 2.9557, and my B is going to be the number there, okay, 0.2516. But in question 4a, I need to show how to define these two numbers by hand. Okay, so in order to do this by hand, okay, we need to use formulas. Okay. The formulas are in your textbook, page 133. Okay. So if you don't have the formulas in your textbook, then you should have the formulas in your knowledge book. If you don't have them in there, copy it down now. Okay. The formula are those: B equals to R value times the standard deviation in Y divided by the standard deviation in X. Okay. My A value is equals to the mean of Y take away B times the mean in X. Okay. So from those two formula, okay, you should always know we always try to find B first, then step 2 we find A. Okay. We can't find A without finding B. We need to find B first, then we find A. Now let's do it in here. Now, if we're going to do this by hand, we're going to need some. We're going to need all these values. Okay, for instance, R value, and the question provided me. This is my R value. The coefficient. Sorry. Well, the question didn't provide me an R value, but it provided me an R square value. Okay, the coefficient of determination. Also, the question provides me a mean value. Okay, this is my female. We need to go back, look at my data. Okay, I have female and male. Okay, look at the equation. Female is the dependent variable. Okay, so female will be y. Okay, so I would have, according to this equation, okay, this is my y, mean of y. Okay, this is the mean of x. This is going to be the standard deviation of y. This is going to be the standard deviation of x. Okay. Now, okay, from those data, I can put the value in. the first value in the formula is r. I don't have r, I have r squared. So what I do, I try to square root r squared to find r. If you don't know that, write it down in your knowledge book as a formula. If you know the r square value and you try to find r, what we do is we square root r square, so we have r. Okay. Do it in our calculator. Let's square root r square. Okay, go to a new calculating page. So what we do is square root. Now it should be in your key. It's in your key button. But what I'm going to do is I'm going just to type it in there. My r value is r square value is 0.3546. 0.3546 13. Okay. I try to find the square root of this. Okay, so I have, maybe I can use this. Oh yes, I can use that. So what I do is I square root. I control square root. I have yeah, I did it wrong, so I delete it. Control square root 0.3546 13. Okay, press enter. It's going to be 0.5955. So let's use more decimal numbers. Okay, in the SAC. Okay, so if the question didn't really say anything, let's put on something like 4 decimal places so it's accurate. Okay, so I have 0.59. Sorry, I can't remember the numbers. 5494. Okay, 5494. Okay. You can write down 0.5955, but I write down 0.595494 because I want accurate results. Okay. But during the calculation, write down at least 4 decimal places. Okay. So then, according to the formula, I have my r value, which is 0.595494 times my standard deviation in y, which is told me here, okay, 5.1898, okay, divided by the standard deviation in x, which is 12.28. Okay, then what I do is type it in my calculator. Okay, type it in my calculator, then I should be able to have an answer. Okay, let me. Okay. Okay, sorry, I can't really read. So what I do is I do this. Okay, 0. Down. So my b value is 0.2517. Okay, so 2516. So it's similar. It's practically exactly the same as the b value here. So 0.2516. Okay, I showed that I can find the b value by hand using those data here. Okay. Then the next step, I need to find a. Okay. A is practical according to the formula. According to the formula, a is the mean of y, okay, which is 15.75. Take away by b 0.2516 times the mean of x, which is 50.85. 50.85. 2.85. Again, type this in your calculator. Well, you can do it in your own time. You should have a number 2.955. 2.9557. If you write it down, done. The question is done. Okay. So, yep, that's basically 4A. Okay, 5-mark question. The way it works is if you find the R value, you get 1 mark. If you write down the formula, you get some marks. Okay. Then if you're able to substitute the right number into the formula and show the answer, you get the final marks. Okay, so always writing down the formula. Okay, the process of writing down the formula is considered as working hours. If you don't write down the formula, you just write down this, you're going to lose a mark. Okay.